Hey everyone, and welcome back to more Seduce Me. Oh my god, the CC2, the Demon War demo. We are on the final part of this series, little mini Let's Play series, because this is not a full Let's Play, it's just a demo Let's Play. But anyways, welcome back, welcome back, to the last episode, and to the last episode in terms of like this is gonna be the last video. But like in terms of the last episode, like what happened previously, we finished up on Matthew's route. Which what happened? What the hell happened? Oh, okay. Anyways, so what happened was everything we went on about the whole wedding business as per normal, and then I think the whole issue was, if I remember correctly, was that when we had that vision dream that we seemed to be having each time we were in the guys' route, is that Matthew was a psychopath again, kind of like with James, except it's more so based off of like the whole. I think I wouldn't call it a complex, but I don't know what else to refer it to, because I would think by this time he would be kind of over it because he's no longer a part of the abyssal plane. So, anyways, the whole complex of the whole idea was that out of the four brothers, Eric, James, and Sam, whose mom are officially married to the demon lord. Like Matthew was the last, I think, is the last considered to be for the running of the throne for the demon lord if they were still in the abyssal planes. Even though, despite him being, I think like smarter than James, or like like he's just probably more capable than like a lot of like out of the three brothers that are in line for the throne, but he's still like considered to be the last option. Um, and that was what kind of worked around the whole idea of him kind of going corrupt and like taking the throne for himself and then becoming a psychopath, and then us as Hannah were like his toy plaything now. And that's what really got her scared, was the fact that like she's really scared that Matthew is only treating her as a toy, but I don't think that's the case. That's just, again, I think a lot of these vision dreams that she's having is just like a possibility of like like a future that something that could happen, but I'm pretty sure we have the option to change that. Maybe that's a bad ending now that I think about it, like because the game didn't mention that there's going to be bad endings, and at the beginning I was like, well, maybe it's just something to do with character death or something like that. But like now that I think about it, I feel like a lot of her vision dreams can lead towards a bad ending in some sort of way. So that'd be pretty neat if that's the case, because it kind of ties it all in, like kind of like really neatly. Like, okay, this is gonna happen if you fuck up, so don't fuck up. So that's what basically ends up happening. And and last time also, what was really different and really like kind of caught me by surprise is that when we got we got pulled into the abyssal planes, not in our bedroom where we heard like angel voices, and not when we were at the cemetery talking to our grandfather's gravestone, but we got pulled in when we were in the bathroom looking for Simon because he took the wedding rings, and we saw like this whole magic collar thing on ourselves, and we were like, holy fuck, and we removed it by doing a spell, and that's what alerted the little demon henchmen of our presence of magic, and we got sucked into the abyssal planes in the bathroom. Anyways, that's what ended up happening. Now, to finish it off, we are gonna do Damien's route, okay? And I have no idea what's gonna happen or what I should expect anymore. So yeah, let's just get right to it. I told him I had no regrets. I told Damien that I did not regret for 1 second that I made a deal with Diana to make him human. I stood steadfast and knew what I was doing. Oh yeah. That was that was one of the major changes in Damien's route as well too. In the first game as well, he wanted to be more human rather than he wanted to be an incubus, and supposedly we had agreed to Diana to make him human because she knows how, but in the end she didn't really do much except, just drain his demon energy and magic and stuff and made him human that way instead of having sex with him like she would say that she would. Ooh, so I wonder. I totally forgot now that Damien technically is human. But I still didn't like the choice I had made. Oh yeah, Hannah felt bad. I would feel bad too. Something in my gut didn't feel right about what I did to Damien. Yes, I knew that Diana wouldn't have raped him, but what if she had? What if I gave her permission to do so and I didn't know it? What if he didn't want to go through it with What if he didn't want to go through with it and Diana really did sleep with him anyway? Oh, wow, she's the one who's feeling kind of guilty over this. Still, I was mortified at the choice, but I had just wanted him to be happy. Every time he said my name made me feel so happy. Every time he held me or kissed me was a moment I carved into my memories forever to cherish. I loved him and wanted him to be truly happy. Yeah. Damien reassured me that Diana didn't do anything to him, but I could not help but imagine it and even dream of it. Girl, it's all in the past. If she didn't do anything, then she didn't do anything. There's no what ifs. Like, still, it's done. It's seriously.
So, bastard son, do you truly wish to become human? You know very well that I am capable of making that happen.
Oh my god, is this in Damien's route? Is Diana actually gonna be like a total complete bitch? Or is she still gonna be a homegirl to us? Or maybe it's just Hannah just being delusional and just, painting Diana as being a total bitch, when in reality she's a total homegirl now.
I will not betray her trust.
Okay.
What she doesn't know won't hurt her. Besides, don't you want to be human so you can be with her and not put her in any danger?
Oh my gosh.
Stop it!
Yeah, stop it. I thought you were better than this, Diana. I couldn't stop illusions of what Diana and Damien could have done from appearing in my dreams, like a scene doomed to repeat over and over. Diana shrouded in shadow would loom over Damien and show herself as the evil woman she truly was. Oh, come on, Hannah. You're just overthinking it now. Oh my gosh. Damien, however, would fight to get away from her. I didn't want to see this, but I was forced to watch the scene play out.
Stop it. What makes you think you're in a position to say no to me?
Oh my god, but Diana, I thought everything was about consent,
I won't do it, Diana. You can't make me do this.
Yeah, what happened to consent, Diana?
Oh, can't I? Your precious little human isn't here to save you.
Oh my gosh. I tried to scream to protest and prove Diana wrong, but I knew that I wasn't there. I was merely a bystander to a dream I could not stop. I was forced to witness Diana chaining Damien up to a black bed and touching him in the most sensual but unwanted ways possible. Her nails and tongue running along his skin made both him and me flinch and whimper in disgust. Oh my gosh.
Stop it!
Okay, what the hell is happening? It's just her dream now?
What? Are you not enjoying yourself? You're an incubus, and even more than that, a man. Surely you can enjoy this treat in exchange for your precious humanity.
Is this just her just really overreacting and over-imagining things right now? Like everything's just kind of, going abstract? This was wrong. This was sick and beyond wrong. I felt like I was outside the small bubble Damien and Diana were in, and I was beating against the wall, trying to get in and stop her, but I couldn't break through. Each movement Diana made grew more and more sexual, like a predator playing with its prey. While Damien struggled, thrashing about and fighting back against the chain that held him down, trying to break free. I prayed that he would. I screamed and hoped that he would be released from this. However, Diana glared and snapped her fingers, forcing him to gasp and his eyes to glow gold. He began to quake as if he was dying and starved like an animal, and glared angry daggers at Diana, who only laughed. What sent deadly shivers down my spine was Diana looking over at me as if she knew I was watching. Well, you are.
Remember, dear, you made this decision.
God, no. But the thing is that this wasn't how it was played out, though. What? Diana chuckled before leaning close to Damien's face, looking over his mouth and straddling his hips.
She was a cute little diversion. But now it's time to have some real fun.
Oh my god. As Damien began to scream, I suddenly awoke from my nightmare, mentally unable to take being trapped inside of it anymore.
Huh?
Oh shit, I'm sorry I startled you. So maybe in Damien's route, it's not his problem, but it's our problem. Oh shit. I still think it's pretty stupid though, because that wasn't how it played out though, and yet she's still kind of like, but what if it did? God. Beside me, I heard and felt Damien rise out of bed in response to me waking. I looked over at him, seeing him quickly rub his eyes and look at me with worry.
Hey, what's wrong?
Nightmares. Horrible nightmares. I knew he couldn't read my mind anymore, so he wouldn't have known what I had seen. I still couldn't help but need to embrace him from the dream I had. Grabbing Damien's arm gently, I began to whimper.
Huh?
Aw.
Hey, come here.
Which means we're gonna have to be extra on the communication level. Damien gently wrapped his arms around my form and hugged me to him, petting my back. I let out a weak mew, shutting my eyes and trying not to cry. Damien gently caressed over my head, trying to calm me down.
Everything's okay. It was just a nightmare. I'm right here.
Are you sure? His voice helped me slowly start to relax, knowing that what he said was true. It was a nightmare, not real. I couldn't shake all of the sadness from my mind, but I calmed down enough to not let it control me anymore. Damien gently rocked me, his arms wrapped around my body lovingly as he softly whispered my name. My mind simply melted into a peaceful hum. That's the name prompt. Wow, okay. I had a feeling. I was like, oh, he whispered my name, and that's probably a name prompt. And I'm sorry I had to, like, type gibberish because the whole row of my middle keyword, like A, S, D, F, G, etc. is like, it just stops working at time to time. And that's where I need most of my letters from. God damn it. Everything was okay now. Everything was fine. Is it? I looked up at Damien and rubbed my eyes as he loosened his embrace around me. I'm sorry, I just can't stop thinking about the deal I made with Diana. Yeah.
I told you before that it was fine. Honestly, it's nothing to worry about.
Exactly. Like, it didn't go down like that, girl. Damien gently kissed my forehead before pressing his to mine, nuzzling me softly. He stared deep into my eyes with a loving smile, one that made my heart ooze in happiness despite my worry.
I cannot be any happier than I am now. I'm marrying the woman of my dreams as a human, an actual human. I owe everything to you.
Doll. Damien. Doll. I rubbed my nose against Damien's, closing my eyes and wrapping my arms around his neck. I knew he was being sincere and was truly happy. I had to get over my fears and deal with it. He was human now, and we were going to be married soon. Yeah. My heart truly couldn't believe it. I was going to marry Damien, and we'd live happily ever after together. It was so good, I almost couldn't believe the truth of it. However, I was always reminded of the reality of every time Damien held me in his arms. What reality? What? Damien smiled before kissing my head and patting the bed behind me. Gorgeous. Seriously, though.
Come on. Let's go back to sleep. I'll be right here if another nightmare appears.
Okay. God damn it. I nodded and slowly fell back onto the mattress, cuddling up to Damien as he laid beside me. If the nightmare came back, Damien would be in my arms, reminding me it was all fake and just my imagination. Everything would be alright. Yeah. Gosh. Oh, the night quickly passed by and the morning sun peeked through my window, drapes, and landed perfectly over my eyes, waking me up. I stretched and yawned and not wanting to get up just yet. However, the emptiness of the bed next to me made me open my eyes wide, finding no Damien beside me. Calm down, girl. He's probably, like, in the bathroom. Or making breakfast. I don't even know. Damien? I sat up and looked around the room after rubbing the sleep from my eyes. Damien was nowhere in the room, which confused me. Where was he? Probably making breakfast. I don't know.
Oh, good morning.
Oh, hey. Hey, boo. I looked over at the door to see Damien holding a tray of breakfast with 2 plates full of delicious food. In a vase beside my breakfast plate were 2 beautiful blue white roses, which made a soft smile grow on my face. Breakfast in bed! Aw, you shouldn't have. Morning, is that for us?
Yeah. I figured why not have breakfast in bed?
Aw, hell yeah. You are so sweet, thank you. Duh. Damien smiled and sat beside me, placing the tray over both of our laps. The smell was practically intoxicating in the best ways possible. Before we began to eat, however, Damien picked up the TV remote from the nightstand beside him. Let's watch a little telly.
James's big toy reveal is today. Do you mind if we watch it?
Yeah, let's do it, yeah. I shook my head, eager to see it as well. James had become the CEO of the Anderson Toy Company, so I was curious to see how he was doing and how the company was holding up. Apparently, it was rising higher and higher up the top businesses. Higher and higher up the top business rankings, and soon had become one of the top 500 businesses internationally. Damn. I was proud of James, but I was more happy to see that Damien seemed to be his #1 fan. He was always giddy whenever he talked about all of his brother's accomplishments. It was adorable. Aww. So precious. Damien grinned before turning on the TV and changed the channel to the local news station. It was one of the best news stations out there, and I was not being biased. Anyone who claimed to love Chicago knew it. I don't know.
Alright, so here we have an interesting story to tell. The Anderson Toys Company, an internationally famous toy business, has just recently announced a new line of toys in development. According to the CEO, the line is said to focus on fantasy. Let's take a look at the public announcement.
Okay. Oh my god, so fancy.
I am more than happy to show off our new line, Fantasy Kingdom, for you all this morning. These toys will not only provide friendship and fun for children around the world, but will help inspire imaginations and let creative minds grow.
Aw, wow, you so cool. I cannot help but squeal at what I saw on the TV, all lined up in a row were adorable cartoon-like stuffed fantasy dolls, glimmering in the broadcasting lights of the TV station. There were knights, royalty, and creatures of all kinds, some not even truly fantasy. Aw. Damien, however, laughed quietly at the sight. Huh? What? They're all really cute, yeah.
They are! Only a couple of them are real, though.
Really? Huh? Really? Really? Oh, do tell. My jaw dropped. Some of the creatures that were represented were actually real. I knew demons and devils existed, but there were more than them. My mind began to imagine all the creatures on the screen being potentially real. Damien nodded and pointed to the TV. Oh, okay.
Vampires are real, but they don't look like that. They look like humans.
Oh, okay. Funny enough, because I'm taking a course on like undead and literature. It's all about vampires and whether or not. And one of my written like sample writing in the beginning of class is, are vampires real or not? Please agree or disagree. I disagree. No way. I could not believe it. There was no way vampires existed. Damien, however, nodded with a reassuring grin.
I promise it's true. Werewolves used to exist too, though they were killed off by the vampires long ago. Let's see.
Oh my gosh, we're getting a little lesson in mythology. I looked to the TV to see the vampire doll and werewolf plush sitting next to each other, being simply cute and stereotypical of what people imagine them to look like. Damien then pointed to the screen again.
There, the angel toy? Angels are real too, only they don't look like that.
Oh, okay. Well, then what do they look like? I looked over to see a beautiful gold-haired doll of an angel. They really didn't look like that. I tilted my head at Damien. How do they look like if they're not like that?
Well, they look,
We don't really know. Damien rubbed his chin, unsure of how to reply. I could tell he was being serious and wasn't lying about them looking different, but they seemed to be hard to describe. Damien then shook his head.
They look like old statues. It's really hard to say without drawing it out or something.
Then do it. Show me. I really wasn't in the mood to get up and grab paper and pencil, so I shrugged and let it go for the moment. Aw. Damien and I looked back to the TV, seeing the entire line pass by the camera, showing what toys were available. Hey, I'm surprised he didn't make a demon toy like a cat girl or something.
I don't think many people would understand it. Though it would be cool to have a demon doll.
I know. Oh, well, we already got one. It's called Simon. I guess you're right. They are for kids after all. I looked to Damien as he became absorbed in the line of toys. I couldn't help but smile at how intrigued he was. It made me curious. Hey, Damien, did you ever have toys as a kid? Damien looked at me in surprise before shaking his head with a slight grimace. Aww.
No, I didn't. Matthew made some for me sometimes, but they were always taken away.
Aww, the poor baby. I frowned. I was sorry for asking, but Damien shook his head again and smiled.
However, when we came to the human world, I actually got one. It was a stuffed kitten. I didn't do anything, but it was fluffy and cute.
Aww. Damien rubbed the back of his head in embarrassment. Ah, that's so cute.
Must be dumb, huh? A grown man with a cute toy like that?
No! They think it's cute. No, wait, it's cute. Yeah, I think it's dull. I think it's cute. Damien stared in shock at me, but I was being serious. It didn't matter that Damien was a man. Cute toys were cute for a reason, and it was okay to think so. Yeah. Having cute toys is not a bad thing at all. That's what some toys are meant to be, cute. It doesn't matter who has them or how old you are. Cute is cute. It was just a fact to me. However, Damien couldn't help but chuckle softly before bringing one hand to my head and petting over my hair.
You are so adorable, you know that?
Huh? I blushed and looked down at the breakfast tray in front of us. I wasn't that cute. I felt myself rub the back of my neck in embarrassment. Shush. You stop it, you. That made Damien laugh and kiss my cheek, forcing a gasp to come out of me. I looked at Damien as he smiled a playful grin at me.
It's true.
Oh, yeah. But you're cuter. We both turned back to the TV and listened as James explained each toy in detail. I looked over to Damien to see him practically enthralled with the sight of his brother presenting his line. I gently nudged him, making him look back to me. Geez, you're making me jealous. It's like James is enthralling you through the TV to buy his toys. Maybe he is. Who knows? I, of course, was joking. Damien was very happy for his brothers, especially James. With a raised eyebrow, Damien gently removed the tray from our laps, placing it on his nightstand before crawling over my body and making me lay back. Oh my. I stared up at him in surprise as he gave me a seductive smirk. Oh.
And what if I was enthralled by you?
Oh. I don't know. Jesus. I just had breakfast, though. I was speechless. Damien was full of surprises. Even as a human, he didn't have the ability to read my mind, but he knew exactly what to say to make me squirm. How was he this good? He was human now. Damn, that means that just shows how good he is. Damien chuckled before leaning down and kissing me. Despite him not being a demon anymore, his kisses were always so magical. They each took my breath away, yet each time his lips touched mine, I loved them. Of course you do. I wrapped my arms around him and deepened the kiss between us, forgetting about what was going on with the toy line. All I could think about was Damien's kiss. It was sweet and passionate, eager to make my body quiver underneath the one kissing me. However, the sound of our stomachs rumbling in sync forced us to break away from the kiss and look down at our touching bellies. Oh, so we actually didn't even make it to breakfast. God damn. Can we save this for later?
Maybe we should eat a bit before we continue this, huh?
Yeah. Good idea. Good idea, haha. As much as I wanted to keep making out with Damien, I knew my stomach would keep interrupting, and so would his unless we ate. Yes. We ate the delicious breakfast Damien made while watching the rest of the news. It was a nice segment, and Matthew even appeared to help during James's presentation. Aww. Soon we were flipping channels and watching random shows. The day passed by lazily. We barely left the bedroom because we just didn't want to do anything. Okay, like me. It was rather relaxing, surprisingly. I knew we had to work on the wedding arrangements eventually, but today was not the day for that. We needed a day to ourselves to remind each other that we were going to be together for a long time. It wasn't long before we found ourselves cuddling into each other's arms, taking a mid-afternoon nap. It was a sweet and peaceful drowsiness that lured both of us to close our eyes together. Food coma! I get those. The darkness of my mind invited me to stay a while, and I gladly accepted its invitation. It felt nice, and I was enjoying the rest it gave my body. Are we gonna have another nightmare again with like Damien being like? However, I soon saw that I was not alone in the dark. Oh, you scared me. Damien slowly appeared before me and took my hand, kissing it gently. I felt myself shudder, but it wasn't his nude form or his kiss that surprised me. What is going on? Why am I having a sexy dream when I have him right beside me? I don't need this. It was his eyes. Okay, yeah, that's true. My mind recognized those eyes, shivers shooting up my body from the sight. Instead of the loving and soft blue and purple eyes, instead of the loving and soft blue and purple his eyes usually were, they were a deep gold. They bore into my soul as Damien continued to keep his lips on my hand. Damien, what's happening? Oh. Are you crazy as well too? God damn it! Everyone's just going crazy. As Damien smirked against my skin, my body began to feel hot, making me curl into my body. I tried to pull my hands away from his, but he held it firmly, keeping his lips against my skin over my knuckles. God, no, you stop that right now. What are you doing? I recognized the feeling he was enthralling me. Why was he doing this in my dream? Why was this happening? We continued to float into the darkness, his enthrallment invading my body as he held my hand to him still. I had to make him let go. I had to. Just like, stop. Stop that. Stop it right now. This isn't funny. I finally was able to pull my hand away, and I held it close to my chest. Damien stared in shock before something dark covered his eyes. What?
Look out!
What? Ah! Diana, she's such a homegirl. She's saving me in all my dreams. From out of nowhere, Diana's voice rang through the air, followed by the sounds of an intense battle. I looked around the darkness, unsure of what was going on, but something did not feel right. Whoa, holy shit. As I stood lost in the dark, I felt a heavy weight upon my back, forcing me down. It was as if a large boulder was pressing down on me, not wanting to crush me beneath its weight. I fought against it, gritting my teeth as I struggled. I'm so confused. I am in confusion. A large grunt echoed over me, forcing me to look up and see Diana push at the boulder to get it off of me. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Why would Diana ever help me? Because she's a homegirl now. Oh my gosh. Girl. Quickly we both forced it off my body, and soon I found myself looking into the great hall of the incubi's old castle in the abyssal plains. The interior was as regal as I remembered, but behind me was the broken down entrance where I assumed the boulder had originated from. However, Diana and I were not alone.
Is she alright?
Oh, hey. Hey. What? I'm really confused.
I wouldn't worry about her, you mistake!
Oh, pff, wow. Okay. Unnecessary. Unnecessary. I stared as the Demon Lord and Damien stood squared off with each other. In the Demon Lord's hand was a large chain covered with dried blood, and my stomach churned at the sight. Ew.
She will never leave this world alive as long as I live!
Oh, yeah, that's true. He placed some sort of curse on us. Oh no, his summoning was what made this happen. Yeah, I know. I looked at Damien, then back at the Demon Lord. What was going on? Why was Diana here? Why was I here? Yeah, what the hell is happening? I thought, what was psychotic Damien doing there? Like, well, now he seems normal, but I don't understand. As the Demon Lord whipped his chain at Damien, Diana shot out a blast of purple energy, forcing it to ricochet away. Diana stepped in front of me and Damien, glaring hard at the Demon Lord and preparing another spell in her hands.
Go with her. I'll deal with this once and for all.
Okay, girl. You know, you got this. I trust you.
If I'm going to fall here, all of you will fall with me!
Nah, bitch. I don't ride or die with you, okay? The Demon Lord with a crazed grin pointed his hand towards the ceiling and let out an angry howl, causing tremors and quakes to run through the room. Wow! Diana shot her hands upwards and formed a purple barrier around our bodies, but she winced with each stone that fell and slammed into the barrier.
I can't hold it!
Oh shit. Oh, we gotta go then.
This castle will be your grave!
Rude. I expected a better grave than this. My instinct was to reach out and hold onto Damien, but before I could move, he grabbed my face and kissed me roughly. I stared at him, wondering what he was doing, but I kissed him back and dug my fingers into his shoulder. Was this dream going to end with us dying? I had no idea. As Damien pulled away, I saw tears begin to form in his eyes. I stared as he gently pulled away from me and ran outside of Diana's barrier at the Demon Lord, picking up a fallen sword from the ground. No, babe, don't sacrifice yourself. Why would you do this? With a courageous shout, Damien slashed at the Demon Lord, forcing him to quickly jump backwards towards the throne.
Keep her safe!
Oh, shit!
What? Are you insane? You're powerless against him!
I know, I sort of figured. I was like, damn, isn't Damien, like, human? Like, why?
You're faster than me as a demon. I won't be able to get out of here fast enough for us both to survive.
Oh my god. Damien? Oh my god! I wasn't sure what was happening, but I didn't like what I was seeing. Why was Damien telling Diana to keep me safe? I watched as Damien looked at Diana with an affirmative glare and nod. Oh my god. Before I could question it, Diana ducked down and threw me over her shoulder. How she managed to be strong enough to perform such a feat was beyond me, but I was too thrown off to care.
You will not be forgotten.
I know. Dude, you better not die on me. You can't. You
Just
can't die on me.
go!
I reached out to Damien, losing track of what was happening as Diana began to run away from him and the Demon Lord faster than a speeding car. Damien, why would you do this? Oh my god, I thought I had superpowers too. Why can't I do anything? This isn't fair.
I love you.
Don't do this. I watched the tears run down Damien's cheeks as he reached back for me, but he remained where he stood. As Diana ran with me over her shoulder, the ceiling began to crumble within the hall, stone and glass falling all around the Demon Lord and Damien. Oh my god. The world around me began to go into slow motion as I kept reaching out to Damien, struggling in Diana's arms as she ran. Why was this happening? Oh, I didn't even know. I could only watch as the Demon Lord approached Damien and quickly wrapped the chain around his neck, pulling him into the air and hanging him with it like an executioner's noose. Damien tried to place his feet on the demon lord while his fingers clawed at the chains, trying to find some purchase. As he managed to get his feet around the demon lord's neck, a large avalanche of stone and glass fell over their bodies, hiding them from sight. I couldn't be sure, but it looked as if they had been crushed. No! No, what? Oh, shit. Shit just hit the fucking shit just hit the ceiling fan. Just hit the fan. Oh my god. Holy shit. The world around me broke apart as I began to scream in agony at what I was forced to witness. It couldn't have been real. I didn't want it to be real. I let the darkness of my dreams envelop me as I mentally repeated over and over that this was not real. I'm still very confused at what was the beginning of that dream, though. Like, what is this, like some sort of like, I don't know. I don't even know. Once again, I was floating in darkness, curled into myself in overwhelming sadness. Why was this happening? Why was I being forced to see nightmare after nightmare? I don't know. I dug my nails into my arms, wanting to wake up already. Please let me wake up, please. As I felt my body begin to fall, I let go of my arms and tried to reach for something to stop my rapid descent. Ah! Faster and faster, I felt my body tumble and fall through the dark into an unknown oblivion. I tried to grasp at anything to catch me, to stop me. Oh! I eventually woke up, holding onto Damien as I refocused my vision. I was back in my room. I had landed and awoken before I felt the impact. Or perhaps the impact woke me up. I gripped on his shirt, my grip on his shirt woke Damien up from his My grip on his shirt woke Damien from his sleep, gasping and looking to me.
Gah, what happened? What's wrong?
Another nightmare, and this time you died sacrificing yourself to save me and Diana. I still don't know what was that whole freaking like psycho Damien in the beginning was all about, though. I want to know. What was that about? Damien. I instinctively wrapped my arms around him, needing to feel him physically. It wasn't enough to see or hear him, but the feeling of his body being in my arms reassured my mind that he was okay and that he was here with me alive. Damien looked at me and wrapped his arms around me, letting out a small sigh and nuzzling me softly.
Another nightmare?
Yeah. I could only nod against his shoulder. I was quivering in his arms, but I was thankful that everything was okay. My dream was just that, a dream. I sighed and kissed his cheek softly, silently apologizing. Damien held me close for such a long time, understanding my need to simply feel him. He didn't pull away, nor did he speak. He simply held me and gently nuzzled me to help me fully come down from my fear. I felt his hand gently pet my hair, aiding my shift from sadness to a relaxing calm. Everything was fine. Everything was okay. No. I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep getting nightmares. I know.
You can't control your dreams.
It sucks. I know. My memories flash back to the first time he said that to me. It was the day right after we met. He had saved me from my nightmare of Malix. I let a smile across my cheeks as I looked up at Damien. Hey, you told me that when we first met. Damien gently pulled away and smiled at me, kissing my cheek.
I did, didn't I? You remember that?
Yeah, I did. I do, yeah. I nodded. I never wanted to forget how we had met. He and his brothers came to the human world and arrived at my house, where I got to be with them and learn about them. At the same time, I was able to become close to Damien and fall in love with him. Aww. Yes, there were some bumps along the way, but we were able to get through them. We even were able to give Damien something he desperately wanted, to be human. Damien gently caressed my cheek, inviting me to nuzzle into his palm, and he smiled down at me as he laid his forehead against mine.
No matter what comes our way, I promise to protect you and love you for the rest of my life.
And then she's gonna have a flashback of that dream, and it's gonna be like, oh my gosh, you'll never leave me? Are you sure? Yeah? Damien shook his head. Shook his head, and I believed him. His simple smile was enough for me to understand that he was telling the absolute truth. He wouldn't leave me, and I would never leave him. That's why I'm gonna fight alongside with you on the last stand, okay? I nuzzled my nose to his, looking up into his beautiful eyes. You don't regret not being a demon anymore? Yeah. He shook his head again. I knew he was beyond happy to be human, but the nightmares made me worry over and over without relenting. I knew that I was worrying over nothing, but more than anything else, I wanted Damien to be happy. I couldn't help but worry. All the worries. Worry. All the worrying. I slowly tilted my head up and captured his lips with mine, kissing him ever so softly. He returned my kiss. His arms tightened around my body. My worries slowly began to melt and drift away as he held me. I could feel my body slowly draw closer to Damien's, craving more of his touch. My fingers gently traveled up his shoulders and ran through his hair, brushing through the strands lovingly. He shivered at my touch, making me tremble in response. The thing was, I had just woken up from a nightmare. Was it right to really feel like this right now? My mind. Let's try that again. I'm like starting to like disjoint my sentences and it's starting to feel choppy. Anyways, the thing was, I had just woken up from a nightmare. Was it right to really feel like this right now? My mind questioned my body's intentions, and my body ignored every logical reason my mind had to put a stop to the situation. I had to listen to one or the other. Listen to your mind, listen to my body, listen to your body. Yeah, let's listen to your body. Because I feel like we're gonna get a little bit something more interesting rather than just kind of be like, and so we just cuddled and we slept. I'll come back to this, don't worry you guys, but you know what? Let's go with listen to your body. Something in my body was calling for Damien, and I didn't care about what I had just witnessed. I was attracted to him and needed more of him. It was crazy, but I didn't care. I was in love and also deep in lust. I slowly dragged my hands down and began to undo his shirt, needing to feel his bare chest with my fingers. In response, Damien dipped his hands under my shirt and up my back, and I shivered in delight as they reached my spine. Ooh, sexy time! I couldn't help but moan against his lips at his touch, loving how his fingers teasingly and lovingly ran down my back. As his chest was bare to me, I ran my fingertips over his toned skin as I arched my back towards him. Damien smirked slightly against my lips as he reached farther under my shirt, discovering that I wasn't wearing a bra and feeling my bare skin where the clasp would be. I opened my eyes, watching him stare down at me with a loving yet lust-filled gaze. Hey man, we gotta continue off when we had breakfast, you know? You know what I'm saying? Just his stare made me feel weak in his arms and made me moan once again against his lips and swoon into his arms. Damien moved his hands away so that he could fully remove his shirt from his body before helping me out of mine, pulling away from the kiss to do so. I whimpered at the loss, but I knew that it had to be done. As Damien gathered me back into his arms, I wrapped my arms around his neck, needing to be close to him. I thought her shirt was a button down, so it wouldn't need to be like removed, like pulled over. I don't even know. He became much more daring whenever we were about to make love. It was almost like a complete character change whenever passion took over. He knew what he was doing and he knew exactly where to hold me to make me melt against him. Damien slowly ran his hands down my back and slipped them under the hem of my pants and panties, gripping my bare rear and massaging each cheek oh so lovingly. I pulled away from his kiss and moaned out into the air between us, gripping his shoulders at the feeling. It wasn't helping that the heat and need in my core was flaring to have him take me as he groped my ass and made my nerves jump and shake in desire. Oh my god, just like ass touching, all this ass touching. I looked at Damien with half-lidded eyes, feeling my desire increase with each press of his fingers and palms. He had a small smirk on his lips, and I licked my own at the sight. I'm getting really tired right now. Damien gently leaned in and nipped at my mouth, biting my lower lip and sending pleasurable waves down my body and into my already tightening core. As he released it, he leaned his forehead against mine, staring deep into my eyes.
Are you sure you want to do this? I don't think I'll be able to stop myself if we continue.
Oh, I don't want you to stop. What makes you think I want you to stop? I started this, so we're gonna finish this. I didn't want to hear it. I grabbed his head and pulled him back into a passionate kiss, needing to stop him from suggesting that we stop. I didn't want to stop. I wanted him. Damien took the hint and kissed me back just as deeply. He dug his fingers into my skin, making me arch my back further and grind against him in need. I was drowning in desire and I needed him immediately. Not fast enough, he had removed the remainder of our clothes from our bodies, and we were making sweet and passionate love, our breaths and moans echoing through the room shamelessly and relentlessly. Like I said in Sam's thank God I ain't your neighbor. Shit. Each word we let out became a declaration of love, of pleasure, and of eternal bliss between us as we rocked on the mattress passionately. My fingers danced and dragged themselves along his skin, leaving lovely red marks in their wake. We didn't need demon involvement to feel immense pleasure between us. We made each other feel perfect as humans, and that was all that mattered when we held each other. Cool! Soon our moans became harder and louder, and driving alongside our pleasure and ecstasy. My fingernails began to dig into his skin and onto the bedsheet as I began to apex and rush over my highest point. As I finally passed through the peak of my pleasures, and so did he, and we were both blissful and warm. We slowly melted into the afterglow of our sex and cuddled with each other, not wanting to lose the warmth between our bodies. Our sex was part of how we expressed our love to each other, and we didn't want to lose any bit of it. Cool. Like, you already said that already. With, like, the rest of the 4 guys. Damien cradled me in his arms and kissed my forehead before kissing me on the lips gently.
I am yours. Forever.
Oh, he didn't say I love you. Ha, cheat. That plot twist. Anyways, cool. Thank you. Same. And I am yours. It wasn't long before I closed my eyes and fell into sleep again. This time I was able to float in blissful darkness uninterrupted. Cool. That's good. Soon days went by, passing forward in almost hyperdrive until a couple of days before the wedding. Damien and I worked hard after our rest day to make everything perfect, and we were positive that nothing could go wrong. No, everything is gonna go wrong. The boys picked him up, leaving me alone to get into my wedding dress and wait for my limo to drive me to the wedding hall. I was nervous that I needed to prep everything on my own without interruption. I wonder where we're gonna get dragged to the abyssal plane this time. Like, where in the point of the house, or like maybe at the cemetery. I got into my dress, finished getting ready, and wound up staring at myself in the mirror in awe. I was in my dream wedding gown, looking as I had always imagined I'd look like getting married. The one thing that made it special was that I was marrying. I stopped myself. Damien wasn't a demon, he was a human. Yes.
Aren't you so proud of yourself?
Diana, what? I thought you were my homegirl. What happened? I'm so confused with all these like character mix-up right now. Oh my god. Huh? What? Or is it some sort of like illusion or like spell casting that makes me think that Diana's a complete bitch? I looked around, suddenly hearing Diana's voice in the air. Just hearing her ask that one question filled the air with dark and menacing tension. However, it was impossible. How was she here? Diana, where are you? Yeah.
You didn't answer my question.
Hell yeah, I'm proud. So what? Why should I? Show yourself. Yeah. This is not Diana. I don't think it is. I looked at the mirror, I gasped. Instead of my reflection, I saw a dark shadow with gold eyes staring at me. I would know those red eyes anywhere. But you said they were gold. Diana.
How does it feel to be inches away from marrying the man of your dreams?
Hella good. What's your deal? Problem? Why should I tell you anything? Why are you here?
A frisky bridezilla, aren't you?
Answer me.
Tell me first, how do you feel now that Damien's no longer who he was?
Oh, shut up. Why are you guilt-tripping me now? This is what... Ah, God, why are you even asking me these questions? For who he... What?
Remember, he was born a demon, and you took that away from him. Well, I did anyway. At your request, of course.
But we already went over this. He was the one who wanted to be human, okay? I would have totally sat him down and like talked this over with him and be like, are you sure and shit, and this is how you're going to do it. God, he wanted to be human, yeah. This was insane. Why was I arguing with her when she was just a shadow in the mirror? Diana let out a dark laugh.
You don't even know who you're marrying, do you? Damien, the human who was a demon. What's next? Will he demand to be a woman instead? He could easily be one. Oh, wait. He can't because he no longer has the ability to do so himself.
Gosh, I hate this. I don't understand the whole point you're getting at right now, Diana. You just go fuck off right now. Shadow Diana, whatever. I don't think it's Diana. I think it's just like some sort of like, you know, spellcasting shit going on. Why do you care? He can do what he wants. Yeah.
But do you even know what he wants? I want to go to the human world. I want to be human. Tell me, can you give him everything he wants? I want my mother back. I want to forget that I was ever a demon. I want to forget I was even born.
Wow. Okay, girl. Like, I ain't got time for you right now. Seriously. Stop it. You stop that. I couldn't take it any longer. I grabbed the lamp on my nightstand and lifted it, ready to smash the mirror to pieces. However, as I looked back at the mirror, it only showed my reflection and Diana was gone.
I knew it. I knew it. That girl has
okay.
magic.
You know what's really interesting? Now that Hannah has met Diana in this sort of way, quote quote Diana in this way, I think it would make a whole lot of sense for her to attack Diana on sight. Cause you know, would make the story flow a little bit more better in terms of choice making. Because it wouldn't make sense if she just starts crying or she just starts like, you know, screaming. Screaming. Yeah, well, no, screaming maybe, but like, I think it would make more sense if she attacked her on sight. So, anyways, I guess we're getting dragged down here in this sort of way, and we all know what happened afterwards. So the rest is history. I'm not gonna go into the abyssal plains because I already did a lot. I already did all the choices that are possibly made in that situation. I don't think anything else is gonna be different. Other than the fact that if I was doing Damien's route for the first time, I would probably end up attacking her because after what we just witnessed. So yeah, that would make sense. But anyways, I swear there was a
talking and let's take her.
Okay, shut up. No, I swear there was a choice that I wanted to make in Damien's route that was, I think it was part back in the sex scene. Yeah, it was. Let's listen to our mind this time, and not our body. Because, you know, I had to relax. Now was not the time to let my libido take over. I didn't want to do anything after experiencing that kind of dream. Which is, yeah, it makes sense. I slowly began to pull my lips away and Damien did the same, as if he already knew what I wanted. I smiled up at him and caressed his cheek. I feel better now, thank you. Yeah. Damien smiled back and nodded. Damien smiled back at me and nodded before nuzzling my hand and closing his eyes. He most likely had to calm down himself from the mood we had slowly started to inch towards. Oh, the feel of his skin made me elated because it helped me remember that he was okay and he was with me. That was all that mattered. It wasn't long before I closed my eyes and fell asleep again. This time I was able to float in the blissful darkness uninterrupted. Okay, so that's basically what ended up happening. So we can go back and just, I think that was all the choices that we could possibly make. I'm actually really happy with the whole that first choice we had where like he had the stuffed kitten and we thought that it was cute because honestly I do think that's really cute. But anyways, that's that. Wow, we're done the Demon War demo, you guys. What? So that concludes Damien's route. Oh, so far what we've seen of Damien's route. But anyways, final thoughts on what I have seen so far for this game. I'm really happy. I'm really impressed so far. The story is progressing in the way I was hoping it would, which means like in terms of like everything being different and set apart from all the guys' like routes and choices and such and like problems and happenings. That's really good. I like it. I like that. There's more save slots, which is really good because, you know, like the first game I personally think didn't have enough. What else? Art-wise, yeah, art-wise has improved. I like the art this time in this game. First, like in terms of like character design, I still think like from the very first impression, like first game character design and everything is really well done. Just there are a few awkward anatomy issues in terms of like in the first game, but like now in this game I feel like that's been like fixed and like polished more. Also new characters with new voice actors and stuff like that, still up to par with like from the beginnings of the first game, so I really like that. And yeah, I feel like this game would be pretty good to play, so I'm looking forward to the full release of it. And yeah, high expectations now. So and that's basically all I have to say really for the impressions of the sequel to the first game. So yeah. Anyways, that concludes Seduce Me to the Demon War demo. For sure, with saying that, I will come back and you'll get to see me play the full game once it's released. So look forward to that. And yeah, see you guys until then. Bye. Yeah, but yeah, just check out my other Let's Play though. Be sure to check out my other Let's Play. Do it. Okay, that's all. Bye.